Girl, why the fuck are you so... Why are you so... Why are you so quiet? Why isn't there a settings menu in the main menu of this game? Hi, I'm Pasta B-ility. The B stands for the bastard who programmed this game. Why don't you pick it up sound? Come on. I swear for God. Ooh, I swear for God. Are you just that quiet? What the fuck? Okay. It's like even quiet for me. Yeah! Yeah! You ever got a fresh roll of tape and you just want to, like, tape everything in your house? I got hockey tape for my hiking sticks because my gloves don't help in the winter. They don't grip very well. So I got some hockey tape, which works really well. But now I just kind of want to, like, just want to tape everything just for the extra grip. That high speed, low drag, you know, extra. I had a friend talking to me about fencing. There's a lot of historical precedent for wire wrapped handles, rather than like leather or string. And my friend was worried about the amount of grip that you would have on a wire sword, a wire handle sword. And I'm like, you're basically holding a cheese grater. It's not going anywhere. I'm looking at, like... I try my best to, like, give, like, benefit of the doubt and understanding to, like, games, especially old games. But it seems to me like your anniversary edition, like the game that you have been reselling a billion times over, like, should get some upgrades for free, mind you. And God, when I tried to mod this, it was a nightmare. And now I just have to run it straight. But yeah. You know, I don't know why I'm waiting to start the game, as if, like, one, a flood of people is going to come in here, but two, script extender is not running. SkyUI will not work. Okay, fine. Whatever. Yeah, also, we could just start the game, and, you know, I can still wait for people to get in here, because nobody wants to miss the first half of the game that they've all seen 30 times. Every time I booted this game, I've never made it past the tutorial, except for, like, the first couple of months that I played it. But, like, God, is this just an enthusiasm killer. I'm going to be complaining about this game a lot. I'm sorry. The only real redeeming quality here is the quality of the books that have been written over the past however many games have come out hasn't changed, which is why I'm playing this run through. I'm going to read all the books. I'm going to read all the books in Skyrim. I'm also going to go get some fingerless gloves.
Hey, you. Finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. The Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, they'd have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric, the Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. captured you. Oh God, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure, Mara, Debella, Kinnarev, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General
Let's
Tullius.
get this
the
over
military
with. I've
guard.
got Cylons to fight,
It
damn it!
looks like the Dalmor are with them. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
Damn elves. Oh. Oh, Skyrim. Oh, I'm begging you. Oh, baby. Oh, please. Give me...
This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in.
Blah, blah, blah.
When I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
When I was a boy, I beat Pokemon Red all by myself, and I only ever used Charizard and Dig. So fuck you.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
I don't know why you're so worried about your kid. They're invincible.
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait, we're not rebels.
You're
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Like, you could actually be like, hey, listen,
Empire
like,
loves their damn list.
these are the rebels that I was with, and these are the ones that aren't.
Y'all of Windhelm.
I know that's not going to help or anything, but, like, this horse thief doesn't deserve to get his head cut off. You could say something. Like, try.
Lokir of Rorikstead.
Interesting choice to let them
You can't do this.
wear their chainmail.
You're not gonna kill me.
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Yes?
Wait. You there.
Yeah.
Forward. Who are you?
Alright, I'm gonna make this quick. Orc. Sure. Body. Yaddy yaddy yaddy. Big. Big lady. Big lady. Why no bigger? Big lady. Seriously? That's it? I'm noticing a slight discrepancy here. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna make this. I can't with this. Sure, whatever. Okay. Fishbowl 2 step.
You from one of the strongholds, Orc. How did you end up here? Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your men return to send you. Follow the captain, prisoner.
We just committing war crimes out here, left and right. I mean, you caught the uniformed fucking soldiers. They're wearing uniforms, and they're all pretty proud of being who they are.
A hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne.
Roll.
You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
Here comes Thomas.
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Ethereum.
So, go ahead and take a look at Executioner's axes.
And let's get this over.
They aren't at all like that. Like, that is such a non-functional axe for a Executioner to use.
My ancestors are
Like, that tip is gonna break off so quickly. Wah! A bit off the top, eh? Ah, hey, hey.
You Imperial bastards! Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Yeah.
Orc!
Yeah! Me next! Me next! Move!
There it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
You gonna behead me? You gonna give me behead? Behead these nuts! I mean, wait, no, don't actually behead the nuts. Just my actual head. Okay, cool. Wait, he was gonna cut my head off. Come on, man. What the... You know, it occurs to me that I should have looked up a list of where all the books are in Skyrim. Let me see if I can pull that up on my phone. Give me a second. Skyrim book locations. UESP. I don't want the skill books. I want all the books. I don't want one position. I want all positions. Solstheim? Solstheim. All right, items. We want skill books. So I guess no one's mapped out where all the books are, so we're just gonna have to find them. All right, fine. So be it. Okay, goodbye.
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
I'm apparently just nearsighted now. What happened? Okay, there we go.
We need to move now.
Lily, you're having a bad time.
Let's go.
Is it? You shouldn't be on the ground. That's very cold. Remember, folks, when you start bleeding, you lose body heat. Owned. When you lose body heat, your body has an incredibly difficult time mending itself. You wanna make sure that the person who's bleeding is covered up somehow with a space blanket or something. Keep them nice and warm so that their body can coagulate. This will ensure swifter healing. Don't leave them on the floor shaking. Dragon.
prisoner. Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
Sorry, I don't have any witty commentary for this opening part. It's just frustration. I'm trying to, like, shake that off. What are you shooting at? So, like, the original... Perkabeth! Oh, I can't... Well, I died. For somehow. Nope, I'm alive. Are my hands unbound? Are my hands unbound? My hands were unbound! I pushed myself up! Come on! I speed ran character creation. I hate character creation. It's not... I don't like it. I did orc... I went to orc woman. I was going to make a big orc lady. And then the option was like stick arms. And then you go to the male option for the orc and it's a massive, like, big boy. And I got really mad.
It's you and me, prisoner. Stay close.
I'm going to kill your colonizing fascist ass the moment I get the chance. Whee! And I'll go with I'll go with have a lot. Hingerdinger. What-a-dum. Ra-da-dum. Re-de-dee. Yeah, Perkabeth, how you doing? How's your Leif Erikson day?
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. That thing was a dragon, no doubt.
A dragon.
Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times.
Mm-hmm.
We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings.
The end times of what? Because the end times have happened a lot in this universe.
There you go. You may as well take Gunjar's gear.
Gunjar! I will be Gunjar now. I shall marry your child. Equip.
All right. Get that
3-stream
armor.
streak!
Get that
It's been a
axe
wonderful day of
straight.
rest. Yeah.
I'm-
I wish I could say the same, but I did a lot of sewing this morning. Very frustrating.
See if I can find some way out.
Items. Uh-oh. Okay, so we want that. Search Gunjar. Iron axe. Take. Nakey. It is. I am cheating quite a bit, but yeah, I'm in the process of building the backpack, and did I skip making a class, or am I tripping? I'm probably gonna return this game. I don't know. I just.
Let's see about that gate. Damn. No way to open this from our side.
Here! So we go.
Keep moving. Cover. It's the escaped prisoners.
Come on, open up. Let's go. How you doing? What'd it do? Oh, we're just gonna go into it. All right. Get her. Get her. Or die. Either one. I'll take anyone's stuff who goes down. Yeah, so the hardest part about this thus far is the order of operations. Wait, what am I doing? This is a Skyrim game. Just take everything. So like the compression straps, the
Maybe one of these Imperials have the key. See if you can unlock that door.
the compression straps, the buckles, like, you know, all the pockets that I want to add are just like
Whole tower down on our heads.
all are kind of important to sew in the right order. And I get so discouraged after a while of like, can I? Okay, cool. We're gonna do double swords, because why not? Double swords. I get really frustrated when I have to seam rip things multiple times over, especially because the quality of the product at the end, maybe it will look okay, but like for me, it's just like I had to seam rip this corner 900 times. Hey-ya! I missed. Quick pro tip, don't ever... Ooh! Ooh! I got to your kidneys from the front. What was I saying? Completely lost it. I just get discouraged for doing that. Also, don't spin ever while swinging a sword at someone. Don't ever do it. It's a bad idea. Don't ever turn your back to somebody. Take bread. Don't want the wooden bowl. The alto wine. This double sword is like super distracting. Oh wait, there's got to be a book around here. We need a book. The whole point of this, like the whole reason I'm suffering through this goddamn game, is because there's books. There's lore, and I could just go read them online, but I don't. It feels disingenuous. Hi, JD. How you doing? How's this wonderful Leif Erikson day for you? That had the notes of Funky Town. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Gotta move on. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, and also it doesn't help that the makerspace, the area, is cold. It is in the basement. It is cold down there. The only heater in the whole space is the front room. I think the first time I played this through, I like didn't side with anyone. I think I just I killed anyone and anyone who was moving. Jesus. Hey, I want your sword though. Give me it.
Imperial dogs. No, I haven't seen him.
Whoa, man. Are you a ghoul? Are you sure you're in the right game? Jesus.
Wait a second. Looks like there's
Got more folds than a
something
wallet.
on this page.
Know what I'm saying?
See if you can get it open with some picks. We might need that gold once we get out.
I just finished a low-salt, low-fat Thanksgiving Day dinner. It was actually really good. Good! Good. Okay. Yeah. I wonder how many torturers, like, job title there were back in the day. Like, how many of those actually existed as, like, a paid, like, this person is paid to torture people for me. I love the lockpicking thing in this. Skittles! Theoretically, I was supposed to start chicken soup like before the stream started and just let it simmer over time, but I completely forgot. I could theoretically do it now. It'd be like no time at all, but we're busy. I'll have I got bagels and lox because I kind of predicted that I'm gonna need something quality but also very quick to make. And I want that guy's greatsword. Give it me. I'll just let the guy die. Jesus, how many soldiers did they capture? They got so many guys. And like these guys were here before we got here. God, that sword is just way too big. In like every dimension. It's just so fucking impractical.
Better to stick together down here.
Yeah, whatever you say, Nordic weirdo.
Orders are to wait until General Tullius arrives.
Orders are to draw these 2 swords and charge. Come get some, baby. Wah. Pretty sure Great Sword Man is invincible, at least until the dungeon's over. Damn it. That's not fair, though. An arrow. Alright. So let's be really real about this. Right? We gotta be honest with ourselves. We're just gonna do a sneak bow build again, right? That's just all we're gonna do. Quit moving. Fuck. Wow, this bow does nothing.
See if the way is
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've played this, so if anybody has any tips, let me know. But we're probably gonna do like a sneak bow or like sneak. I don't know. It'd be funny to do like a sneak hammer build where like we just sneak up behind someone and then just bash them over the head with a hammer. Any books? Man, I'd love to live down here. Oh, it's so pretty.
let's see where this goes.
Sneak brawler? Yeah, probably. Can you go unarmed? Like, and I know you can go unarmed, but like, is it a reasonable thing to do? Crunch. Wait, who's finding another way? You can go your own way. Go your own way. Environmental storytelling. He died with his hand there. Yep. I know Fallout, it can be. I don't know if there's just some... There probably is. I'm just not finding it. It's fine. Yeah, I'll probably just stick to something basic. Because, like, the whole point of this is to, like, get every book. With, fucking... What's my character's name? Hold on. I can't remember. Scholar run? What the fuck? How did you get ahead of me? But I don't want to go that way, Father. Daddy.
This way.
Ow!
Come on.
What the fuck hit me? Bro, if you rush me. Spiders. Kiss the spiders. Become the spiders. Kaya! Waya!
many eyes.
Too many eyes. Also, why every book? Planning to make a video? Nope. I'm just bored. I wanted to read the lore. So I've been watching Gigi Murin play Oblivion, and she's been like reading everything in full, and it just made me itch to like read some Skyrim lore, but I guess also play Skyrim. However, I'm starting to realize that this might have been a mistake because I kind of hate this game. I didn't used to. And it still belongs in, like, the idols, or it still belongs to, like, history as a really, really great game. But, like, I am... Bear! I, as an American, have a right to your arms. Give them to me. Waya! Wow, wait, really? I guess I'll take your claws. That bear died really easily. Yeah, I saw the anniversary edition was on sale for like $10, and I kind of vowed not to give Bethesda any money, but I was like, fuck it, it's just $10. So I bought it thinking that it was going to be like some kind of an upgrade from the one that I already have.
That looks like the way out.
It's not. It's just kind of the same. I don't really know what's been updated. I guess maybe if I like load the old one. Hey, I barely put up a survival mode. Eat, sleep, stay warm. Fucking no.
Wait.
Over here! Fight me! I killed a bear. I can kill you. No. Shing. I also spent a good 30 to 45 minutes trying to install any mods. And the only way that I could get it to launch in windowed borderless is by launching it through Steam and not through Nexus mods. And at that time, I just gave up. So, like, now it's in windowed borderless. That's all we need. Where's the pretty stones that help me level stuff? Helgen. Oh, I gotta talk to... There's the leveling stones, right? Am I tripping? Did I miss them? Ah, there they are. The stones. 4 stones, 4 crates. 0 stones, 0 crates. Hello, peasant. Do you have any books? You do. Here we go. First book, Line and Lure, by Alan Seabird. My name is Alan Seabird. My fame or lack thereof is irrelevant. I am not a writer, as it so happens. My wife gave me this quill when I retired. She called it a gift. To me, it is a burden. But I suppose many teachers feel this same weight. If I were to walk the bridge to Sovereign God, I would take all my knowledge with me. Hard lessons learned from decades fishing the waters of Skyrim. In my life I've fished in waters open and deep amidst the storms. No mortal dare brook. I ventured down bottomless caves and challenged the monsters of the deep with my hook. I've seen them all, and I've caught them all. Be it fish, monster, or brute. With this guide, I will teach you how to do the same. Just as a warrior needs a sword and a blacksmith, a hammer, the first thing any inspiring fisher needs is a rod. You can find what any general goods store left behind on boats and docks by other fishermen that have come before you. When you obtain one, wield it like you would a weapon, swinging it this way and that. Get a feel for its balance and its weight. It must become an extension of your body and mind. Once you have a rod, you will next need supplies. This includes bait and other essentials to capture the fish once it's been reeled close to the shore. However, you need not bring your own. It is customary in Skyrim to leave fishing supplies by the water, where the fish are plentiful. To find a set of fishing supplies is to be met with a greeting, a hearty hello from one fisherman to another. When you are done, you will leave the supplies for the next fisher. Such is the way. When you are ready to fish, bait your hook using the fishing supplies. Then cast your line with vigor and allow the hook to sink below the surface. The art of fishing is one of patience and focus. In particular, it requires these concentration of two senses, sight and touch. You might ask, how can one know if there are nearby fish for the taking? It is no different than the way moths are drawn to a flame. When your bait lands on the surface of the water, nearby fish will excitedly converge. The ripples on the surface will quickly announce their presence. Watch for these ripples carefully. The more the water stirs, the more plentiful the number of fish. In contrast, a quiet surface when your line hits the water will tell you there are no more fish to catch, and you must return in days' time. In time, you will learn to tell a fish apart based on the tug of your line. Eyebrow waggle. You will know the difference between a river Betty's curious nibble, and a carp's eager pull. Chapter 4. Reeling it in. When you have hooked your fish, the time for patience and certainty is over. Now comes the thirst of war. Your fish will thrash as it fights for its life. But you must keep your grip firm and your mind focused as you reel your line and pull in your catch. Once you have reeled it in, the fish is yours. Scale it, cook it, and consume it how you please. Depending on your custom, there are different rituals to follow, but for all fishermen, a catch is always a cause for celebration. Chapter 5, the rare and unusual catch. Different fish are native to different climates. If you seek a variety of fish, do not stay in one place. Temperate lakes and streams to the south will hook you a different catch than snow-fringed ponds and pitch-black caverns. When you seek a fish that is seldom caught, the uncommon and rare fish that fishermen brag about until long in their years, your best bet is to fish when the sun is low on the horizon, dawn or dusk. Offer the best chance to catch these elusive creatures. If you seek the very rarest of fish, special rods are required. Seek the advice of those in the Riften fishery. Riften fishery. Riften fishery. God, my lips are so, curled up at this point. I'm, slowly morphing into the face of this person that I'm imitating. Follow their guidance and wisdom just as you have done with me. Of course, not every catch will feed your belly. Some may fill your coin purse, while others have interesting uses to those who brew potions. In my travel, I have heard tales of dwarven rods used to lure lost trinkets, settled at the bottom of ponds and lakes. For what purpose? A Nord like myself cannot know. As the world moves on, such things are lost to time. Chapter 6, in conclusion. There you have it. As I stated at the beginning of this journey, I am no writer. What is written here are not words, but a piece of me. It is the Callow boy in his arrogance was nearly dragged into the water by a goldfish. It is the shivering fishmonger sitting on a frozen bucket in the dead of night, praying to Kine that he will live to see the sunrise. It is the old man at the lake drinking a potion of strength, turning back time so he can hook an old foe. It is part of me, and if you heed its message, it will become a part of you. Wow. Thanks, Alan Seabird. What a riveting tale. Good job. Hey, Am I gonna be a bastard in this?
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Inexperienced, immature. Got you. Thank you. I'm gonna be a fucking thief, so. I basically have to open every box and find every book. I'm not gonna steal any gold, though. I'm not gonna steal any valuables. I'm just gonna steal books. Just books. Do you have any books on you, man? My guy. Bruv. Nope. No books. Just a fisherman. Great start. Yep. Is there a sprint button? Am I tripping? I should probably... Settings... Gameplay... Not controller. Controls. Okay. Activate, ready sheath, character menu, POV, jump, sprint is left, alt. Nope. It's now left shift. Favorites, quick save, loads. Okay, cool. I'll be right back. All right. So yeah, I've been watching Gigi Moodin play this as Grug, a sneak bow who never steals things, ever. If they want something, they will kill someone, and then when that person is dead, they will take the thing. Because when you kill someone, it's not stealing, because they're dead. Ember shard mine.
You're dead.
But why? You missed. That was a long way for you to miss, my guy. You can take another big ol' swing at me. So I've actually I've made swings like this before, where like you take like this huge arc and you expose your right shoulder as you're swinging past. And the guy that I was fencing with, like, I whiffed it hard, and then he like just like, and he was already in motion, so like I don't blame him for this, but he slapped me on the back with his plastic sword so fucking hard. Oh my god. And like there was a new group of rabbit. Got it. There was a new group of students, and I just screamed, fuck, and drop my sword and walk around, and I look at my instructor, and like he just looks at me and is like, nah, you're fine. Like it's okay. You
The life of adventure and song is the life for us, eh, friend? Ah, well, after a little incident with a roguish lad and the daughter of a prominent thane, well, let's just say, best not. Afraid not. But if you're serious about sharpening that tongue, you might try the Bard's College in Solitude.
Yeah, we were doing
Aye,
light fencing. I wasn't wearing a jacket. I was wearing everything else but the jacket, mostly because it was dead of summer and I was really hot, and I was just like, I really want to fight, like, really bad, but also, holy shit, I can't. Did I need to? No, okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm getting lost here. Fox. We're very cute. But yeah, I wasn't wearing a jacket, so these plastic swords are thick, but they're like pretty harmless, and we weren't doing any thrusting either. It was just slashing, so basically practice. But like, I can't tell you how much I fucked up by exposing myself like that, and I paid for it. And it was unfortunate because I couldn't see the bruise that had included because it was directly across my back. God, I was joking with my my classmates back in St. Louis about there's this person that I was dating at the time, and I was gonna go see them for the first time in Seattle, and I joked about getting some bruises from fencing to make me seem more like warrior-like, and like it was all just a joke, but they were like, do you really want us to? And I'm like, sure, why not? Go ham. These motherfuckers, and particularly one guy, aimed for one like 3-inch section on my shoulder and just went to town on it. And like, I tried everything I could to like defend against it. And just couldn't. And so yeah, I got bruises. Surprise. All right, here's our first house. Hi. Do you have any books? I probably should have crouched before I did this. A Gentleman Guide to Whiterun. By Mikhail the Bird. You know, I should probably... Hey, why don't you bite me, kid? I don't care how many deer you've killed. Guide to Whiterun. I should do... I think for the next time I do this, I'm going to set up some redeems for, like, which accent I should do. Like, should I do my posh upper class? Should I do an Irish? Should I do my more Latin flavor? Should I do Texan? Should I do Madam Terry, which is an interesting one. It's a fun one. Or my Igor voice. I guess maybe I'll try that TikTok lady's voice, the robot lady. Welcome, good sir, to this indispensable guide within these pages. I, your humble author and guide, will describe to you the great city of Whiterun, the jewel of the north. Whiterun offers numerous diversions for the man in the search of adventure, fortune, and companionship, whether for a night or for a lifetime. The city is graced with not one, but 2 worthy taverns, and there are maids and wenches aplenty. The city is located rather centrally in Skyrim, and this is well, for it is not far from anywhere. Perched high, Jesus Christ, perched high upon a rocky hill, Whiterun dominates the grassy plains that surround it. High wooden walls protect its denizens from the wolves, mammoths, bandits, and other dangers lurking beyond. When you first enter through the city's main gate, you will find yourself in the Plains District. This is so named because it is the lowest of the city's 3 neighborhoods. I can't do this lady's voice anyways, but I can't imagine her saying as in like ah. But here can be found the Bannered Mare, which I count amongst the finest taverns in all of Skyrim. The scenery within is quite compelling if you have an eye for the fairer sex. A stout lass named Hulda tends the bar, Do not let that stony Nord exterior fool you, for she is possessed of that same fiery passion that all Nord women try so hard to conceal. Sadia, the barmaid, is an exotic Redguard beauty. She is quite mysterious, and your humble author is determined to learn her secrets. Gross. Outside the Bannered Mare is a modest marketplace, and here is where I found true love. Though I would never deter a fellow hunting hound from the chase, for indeed, why should I author these tomes if not to provide guidance in this very matter? I must ask you to do me this one kindness. Her name is Carlota Valencia. Carlota Valencia, and she is a magnificent beauty who makes a modest living selling bread and produce in the daylight hours. By the gods, I will make that feisty beauty mine someday. And of course, there are other services to be found in the Plains District. Bellathor's General Goods offers of various and sundry wares for the adventurous traveler, and Arcadia's Cauldron offers what tonics and herbs one would expect from an apothecary's shop. Arcadia herself is an amiable sort. I often visit her to make conversation, as she is a fellow Imperial far from home. She is, however, a bit old for my taste. A gentleman of advanced years might find in her a worthy companion. Should you need your blade sharpened, eyebrow waggle, or your armor hammered, eyebrow waggle, War Maidens offers smithing services very near the main gate. The smith is a pretty Nord named Adrienne Advenici, but she is married to a great hulking brute named Uthbert Warbear. Adrian is quite fair, but I should not want to find myself being introduced to the keen edge of that husband's war axe. If married ladies are your preferred sport, then have at it, but don't say that you weren't warned. Hi, Maple. It's good to see you. How was your day? We're reading all of the books in Skyrim. I'm currently trying to do the voice from that lady at TikTok, and I think I'm fucking failing. Near to the smith is the Drunken Huntsman. Here, some of the wealthier gentlemen gather to share both in drink and rumors of the wide world. If you prefer a more distinguished class of company while you sip fine wine, you will be well at home here. Of the Winds District, I have little to say. Most of the buildings in this second tier of the city are residences, though there is also a temple of Kinnath and Hrovskir, the mead hall of the companions. There are some intriguing prospects to be found in the mead hall should you favor a strong and fearless warrior woman. You will find little game at the temple, however. The priestess, Danica Purespring, is interested in almost exclusively in spiritual matters. Butters? 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 Really? I'm doing right. I'm heading home at the moment, so I won't be chatting, but I will be lurking. Be safe. Be safe getting home. It's dark, and it's a holiday, so, be careful. At last, we come to the Cloud District, exclusive domain of the Jarl's Castle. I have had some merry adventures within the stone walls of Dragon's Reach. Let me tell you, the serving girls are the most easily impressed by a well-spoken Imperial. After all, the nights in Skyrim do grow quite cold, if you take my meaning. And I will not deny that I have visited the town's jail once or twice, which can be found in the lower levels of the palace. As for the Jarl and his court, take pains to avoid them. I find that they lack any sense of humor and appreciate the Imperial culture, beside which they are all wealthy men, and so must be viewed as your most serious competition. These Nords are simple folk, after all, and too easily swayed by the sight of fine clothes and a purse full of septims. Now I will conclude this work by wishing you great success in your pursuits of women and wine. Spare a moment in your revels to think of me, your humble author, and the risk I have taken to bring you this most thorough report on all things interesting to discerning gentlemen in the grand city of Whiterun. But I will not lie and say that it was all a hardship. After all, who could want to sleep alone in such a cold and hard land as this? Not I. Thank you to fucking Mikhail the Bard, you horny piece of shit. Drop it. I would like to drop it. She is approaching me with the aura of someone who could kill me with a single thought. I'm very scared of this little girl, and I wish I had modded in the mod that could let you get children dead. But alas. What the... Yep. I am trying very hard to drop the book that I have stolen from you. But I can't for some reason. Why? Like, the pressure is mounting. This girl is going to fucking murder me if I don't drop this book. Ain't no dropped book gonna save you now. I don't think so. I think she's gonna fucking murk me, which is fine. If that's how I gotta go, that's how I gotta go. They really just, like, cranked this out. Like, they were just like, fuck it. Todd wants another release. Let's just get him another fucking release. It'll be fine.
Hey, that isn't yours.
Little girl, why did you leave the thief alone in your house? I see no books. So here's the fun thing. I can't drop anything. Because it's not bound to anything. I can expect this leg of lamb, though. Right-clicking doesn't do it. Q, R, no, that's E. Okay, R. It's R. Okay, cool. Why is there a lag? Oh, boy. So did any of us have like a normal, quote unquote, Thanksgiving? Oh, I forgot. I have a lovely story. I went to the grocery store today, because I had to, because I had no food. Otherwise I would not have gone. But I went to the grocery store and this, like all of the checkout people were like kind of huddled together talking while one of them was like checking another guy out. And one of them laughed and was like, they started telling a joke that this Native American had come in and said. And the Native American had said, why do you, you know why I hate snow so much? Because it's white and it's on my, it's on my land. And like we all laughed, like heartily we laughed. And the guy that was getting checked out was like, I'm uncomfortable and I'm leaving. And I was just like, good. Like I wanted to say something, but like didn't feel like it was the time. Like, go be mad about it. We're all having a good time here. The song. Are these actually song? No, they're not. Okay, thank God. Because I'm not singing. Not without a whole lot of money in my pocket. I actually don't know how to sing it. It is a really good joke. I thought so. All right, these are the Songs of the Return, Volume 56, The Final Tale of Creon. Okay, so here's an interesting question. This is the 56th volume. I'm going to assume that there are not 55 volumes to be found in Skyrim. But how do I know? How do I know? Let's look it up. I'm just going to find a list of books in Skyrim. Damn, somebody on Reddit did every book in alphabetical order. Fuck a duck. Good job, man. Songs of the Return. Okay, so the Songs of the Return, there is a volume 19, a volume 2, a volume 24, a volume 56, and a volume 7. I don't know why those are out of that, like, in that order, but okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to read this. I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to keep it until we find every other volume. But I need to keep a list. So, let me reach into my magical shelf of partially used notebooks and see what we can find. That one's too used. That one is too small. Nope. All right. We're going with this one. See, ordinarily, I have people that take notes for me when it comes to things like this. But that's usually just in D&D campaigns when I'm DMing. Which, God, Cha is going to save my ass because I haven't been keeping notes on this game because I'm going to run... the game that we're playing in now is set in my friend Desert's universe. And in that game, we're in the city of Iliaster. And we know that at the end, the city's going to crash. My game's going to pick up 1,000 years later, after the crash of that city, in its ruins. Which means that I need to, like, revisit locations, but 1,000 years in the future. Which means I need notes from the game that we're currently playing, which Cha has taken. So I'm getting all of Cha's notes, and then I'm going through them. But, all right, so for Songs of the Return, we need, before we can start reading them in order, of the Return, volume 2, 7, 19, 24, and 56. Okay. So, that's one of probably many books on a list of books that we need before we can actually start reading them. So, I need to steal this. Yoink. Hey, I found him. All right, so that's 2. All right, so that's volume 2. Volume 7, 19, 56, but we're missing one. Can I help you? What are you gonna do? Call the town guard. Where's the other book, man?
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Oink. Okay, we'll read these in order. We're going to take the last one with us in case we find number 24. But the Songs of the Return, Volume 2, which is the first one. The first tale of Darumeyu?
Our great lord, Isgramor, the harbinger of us all, did then send forth his two beloved sons with him, the only other survivors of the brutalities of Sarthal, to seek out the bravest warriors of the land and mount the great return.
Is that a Y? Yeah. Ingold and Ilgar,
they were called, and they were known among Atmor as fine warriors, with bright eyes and a dawning future.
Ingold,
the elder, was the brave strategist, bringing his learnings to bear on the battlefield, that his enemies would be defeated before they even knew the battle had begun.
Ilgar,
the younger, was possessed of an unwavering spirit that drove his singular prowess to overwhelming feats of war. Together, the mind and the arm, they were capable of sowing a destruction most thorough and glorious to any foe who stood before them. Before they parted ways to gather their crews, the two clasped arms and necks in the old fashion and laughed at the heavens for their stories to come. Young Ilgar then took to the massive shipyards of Ironfrook at the southern point and commissioned 2 ships for himself and his brother. He would command the Darumeu and his brother the Harak, thus carrying the names of the 2 favored stars of their heavens. The shipmaker's spirits had been suitably filled by Isgramor's tales and of the savage elves, and they're set about to birth ships that benefit their noble homeland. Arrangements have been made. Ilgar set forth to the academies of honored soldiers, seeking out his most trusted friends and advisors to join him on the adventure of the return. By now, the stories of the new lands to the south were spreading before him, and the mere emergence of his presence was enough to cause the finest warriors to lay down their present undertakings and follow him. So he was able to call to his side the great shield sisters, Froa and Grosa, who thought and spoke as one. And as they were brought with them, the wise war teacher Adrimik, who first taught them to dance among the blades. She in turn mustered all the students at her command, whose names were not yet made, but some of whom would one day be known as Hilmiskir, who threw his shield, Urlek, who breathed fire, Ramth, the Greater, Merkilian, Ramth, and the far-sighted Ook, who would see the first of many dawns. Oh, Farsight. Okay, I get it. This fucking nerd can't see. On the final day, or on the day of final passage, when the many-oared fleet would last see the distant green summers of Atmora, the brothers were near in their father's wake as the fresh-joined 500 would eagerly press onward towards Tamriel. Ilgar could see his well-minded brothers smiling afar across the waves, and they shouted war cries to each other, longing for the soon day when their assembled crews would draw the treacherous elf blood into the ground, which they would now claim for their own rights. But Kyne's ministrations are not to be taken lightly, and though her blessings gave wind to drive those brave sailors to their destiny, so too did her mighty tears fall to drive them apart. When the why is it always a woman, and why is it... You know what, never mind. Every time it's like a sea god, it's just like
whatever, fuck it.
When the storm of separation first arose, young Ilgar had no fear, for his crew was strong and able, and their ship drove true through the forest of swells as though pulled by the rope of fate. God, this book is fucking boring. When the skies cleared, Ilgar glimpsed again with new eyes, and the land of his past and future home. He knew his brother's vessel was not within his horizon. The Darameu, arriving late, drew forth onto the sands, and Ilgar to his father to seek word of his brother. The great Isgramor, harbinger of us all, wept for his lost son and sought comfort in the arms of his only remaining joy. The crew of... forgive me, this part always gets me. The crew of the Harak became the first deaths of the 500, and Ilgar, so enraged with love for his brother that his crew would soon be counted as the first among the many noble and honored names in the companions.
Wait, what? And Ilgar so enraged with his love for his brothers that his crew would soon be counted as first among the many noble and honored names in the companions. Okay, whatever. Can I help you? I am reading your books. Do you mind? Oh, boy. Okay, real question for y'all. Is this at all entertaining to you? Is it at all diverting to you? Should I keep doing this? Because it's a lot and I want to keep doing it. But, like, some of these books are so fucking boring. And I don't mind reading them. I want to. That's why I started the stream. Okay, Perkabeth says yes. It's good background for art. Cool. Killer.
When at last the rightful claim of Sarthal had been retaken, driving the murderous elves back to their lofty cities, did the great Isgramor turn and let the fearsome war cry that echoed across all oceans. The 500 who yet stood joined in the ovation for the victory and the lament of their fallen peers. It was said to be heard on the distant and chilling green shores of Atmora, and the ancestors knew their time had come to cross the sea. As the reverberations echoed out and drowned to silence, all looked to Isgramor, who bore the blessed Wuthrod, for his next commandment. With his lungs that bellowed forth the fury of humanity, he bade them to continue their march, that the devious Mer might know the terror they had brought on themselves with their trickery. Go forth, he roared, into the belly of this new land, drive the wretched from their own palaces of idleness, oblige them to squalor and toil, that they would see their betrayals as the all sin against our kind. Give no quarter, show no kindness, for they would not give nor show you the same. Our great forebearers gave this order as he did not yet understand the prophecies of the twin snakes. That he would be fated to die before seeing the true destiny of his line. Hearing this, the circle of the captains gathered, each their crew unto themselves. Here they decreed, we will go forth. Let each ship's band make its own way, seeking their fates to the open sun. A night spent in feasting, the oath of the companions was sworn anew, with each of the 500, so they still named their count in honor of their shields that were broken at Sarthal, swearing to act as shield brother and shield sister to any at Morin line, were their fates to ever again entwine. As the red hands of dawn stretched from the east, so broke the 500 companions of Isgramor, setting about their journeys, sailing now across the land with waves of stone and crests of trees flowing under their footed hulls. Their first to break from grounded fleet was the crew of the Hrovikskar, who had formed Ysgramor's closest friends. Their captain was known as Jeek of the River, so called by the Harbinger himself from their use past in glory. When assembling their glistening hull, he sought out the labors of Menro and Manwë, who now bore the native timbers across their new land of Tamriel. Among their fiercest was Tisnal, who was twice named, so it's Tisnal, and Tur, his twin brother, so Tisnal, Tur, and Shield brother, whose girth was never spoken to his face. There were others, too, in their band. Mexim the Walker, Brunel, who fought with his offhand. What else do you do with your fucking offhand? And Just the Smiler. Man, I don't think you earn the name the Smiler without being the most disturbing motherfucker in the band of mercenaries. Was sworn to Jeek, and they pushed forth into the shadows where yet sun had not reached. Southwards they went by beast and by foot. Elves they found, though none remained to tell what those battles entailed. The numbers of Jorvikskar never faltered. So shrewd were they in battle, with minds as sharp as their blades. Once, as the sun beat from its high home, yonder, the tiny, I think he means fought primarily with his offhand, so his main weapon was in his... I mean, yeah. But wait, why? I mean, okay. I guess. I mean, then it just becomes your on hand. Like if you mostly fight with your offhand, then it's just your on hand. Fuck it. This author doesn't exist. It's not real. I'm gonna have to remind myself every time I play anything fantasy-wise. Once as the sun beat from the high home, yonder the tiny, the one who ran ahead, came over the hill to tell what was seen. Amidst a vast plain, his eyes had met a monument of a bird, whose eyes and beak were opened in flame. When his brothers and sisters crested the hill, they too saw its glory. But they were afraid, for no elven settlement could be seen to the horizon. But this is not seemly, said Cluey, who went by Lot when hiding his face. Is this not wide land fit for harvest? Why have not the elves, vile to their core, seen to exploit and tame it? They asked, for their elven captives, for they had many, what they found unfit about these plains. Yet even the captains who still bore their Jesus Christ, guys, who even bore their tongues could say nothing of the valley. They looked with fear at the winged colossus. From their babblings did the warriors of Jorvikskar learn it was older than the elves themselves. Of those who wrought it solid, its mother stone, nothing could be said. But it was known to drive a magic almost as old as Nirn itself. Some remnants of the gods' efforts to render a paradise in Mundus before the shattering of Lorkhan. And as we all know who Nirn is, and the paradise in Mundus, and what happened at the shattering of Lorkhan. We all know this, so we're not going to go into it. The first of many, this crew of Jorvikskar, heathens and ancestors to us all, feared no stories or gods. Indeed, if there was something the elves feared, they would have it for their own. Thus began the labors once more of Menro and Manwë, whose eager hands again laid to Atmorin wood, which had borne them all across the sea. And what was their ship became their shelter, as this valley became the purview, the end of all their days. Thus began the building of the great city, circled by the running of a white river, as brought forth by these, beloved of Ysgramor, yet 22 of the glorious 500 companions. Holy fucking shit. Who wrote this? All right, so 2, 7, 19, 24 is what we're missing. Can I just, like, look in your pockets before you get all pissy with me? Do you have the book? No.
I'm gonna hide right here. I'm gonna pick this lock. Done. Nope. Go away. Go away.
You, my friend, need practice.
And you need a basket on your head. Shh. This is fashion. This is fashion for you, my friend. You won't find these types of fashions in this brutal land of...
Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Or perhaps your chamber pot will do better, I think. Functional, fashionable.
My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you.
Yes, help me put this on your fucking head. Shh. Girl, you are styling.
Particular.
Come on! Quick. We gotta hurry. Gotta hurry. Damn it. Where's this book? Shit. All right, so we've read 2, 7. Okay, so 19 is the next one that we have. Who's got the last one? Bet it was that disgusting girl across the street. Songs of the Return, Volume 7. The Tale of Jorvikskar. Oh my god. This better end in an orgy, or I swear to God I'm going to be upset. Like, I need something exciting to happen here. When at last the rightful claim of Sarthal had been retaken, driving the murderous elves back to their lofty cities, did great Ysgramor turn and let loose that fearsome war cry that echoed across the lands, echoed across the oceans. The 500 who yet stood joined in the ovation for the victory and lament for the fallen peers. It was said to be heard on the distant and chilling green shores if I've already read this. Did I accidentally... Oh, no. I'm dumb. Here we go. Songs of the Return, Volume 19. The Second Tale of Ilgramet. Ilgramet. Fuck it, whatever. When that final battle at the Barren Pass was completed and the melting snow carried elf blood back to the sea, the crew of Kalkaz and the sudden Wraith, and the most exalted crew, our Lord's ship, the Ilgramet, at last parted ways, never to join shields again. They drew apart in that form which is not a loss, but a gain in knowing one's heart can be carried in the chests of others. So great was the love that those first of the 500 had for each other, and most especially for the great Ysgramor, harbinger of us all. They pressed eastward, seeking the sea. When they came upon the barrow of Ingol, the mighty Ysgramor's son, who had fallen to the whims of kine rather than the treachery of the elves. Our Lord had not expected to lay eyes upon it again so soon, and his grief flowed anew at the sight of it. As a reopened wound will bleed, it did when first received. His eyes turned to the south, where a river met the sea, and decreed that there would be... Wait, what? His eyes turned to the south, where a river met the sea, and decreed that there would be... that he... Fucking... That he and the crew of the Ilgramet create a great city in monument to the glories of mankind. It's a city of racists.
that from his palace he might always look upon the hills of his dear son's resting place, and feel that his line would know peace in this new home that he stole from other people with brutality unknown, that was never known in Admora. The elven captives were set to work, slaves, bringing forth stone to build their conqueror's fashion. As many elves died in the building of the city, as had the crew of the Ilgrimets slain, while on way to its site. And Ysgramor drove the wretches evermore to build higher, to lay claim to the rivers, so that none might pass into the interior of this land without first showing due respect to its rightful claimant. Thus was the great bridge constructed, forever striding the river, that no elf might sneak through to avenge his devious cousins. As the bridge was built long, so too the palace built high. Spires reaching into the sky, showed dominion even over the very winds that had brought forth such a grief. God, the hubris. Not even God can stop us now. We're too high. We built this thing super tall. Nothing's gonna happen. In the deep hollows beneath the city, a great tomb was prepared for the day when Lord Ysgramor, harbinger of us all, would be called home to glory in Sovngarde. But as we know, he chose instead to be buried on the shore, facing towards Admora. That though his heart lived and died in this new land, it would be forever yearned for the beauties of the still green Admora, before the freezing took it. Thus was founding of Wimhelm, the city of kings, though her history is long and her glories did not end with her founder. Christ on a stick. Oh, hey, honey, is that strange guy still here? Oh, yeah, he's still, going through all of our stuff, but he hasn't stolen anything yet, so I guess it's fine. Honestly, another reason why I wanted to do this was because, I want to get better at reading out loud.
You could talk some sense into my pig-headed.
Okay. It's probably better that neither of these people had the book on them, because I probably would have had to kill them.
I came here from the Imperial Province.
We carry just about anything. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Treasures. Right. Okay, take that and that. I need arrows, my guy. You got arrows? Cool. How much gold do I have? Where's my gold? I have 37 gold. Whoops. I need to steal more stuff. Sell.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing.
The Riverwood trader is ever... yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some...
I can help you get the claw back.
It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
This way.
I really don't Want or need a guard.
We have to go through town and across the
Shit. 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 Fucking shit.
bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Shit. Shit. God damn it. Just everyone just chill out, alright? Just don't just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shh. Quiet. Don't say anything. You don't. Don't. Time bow! There we go. Hi! Da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. You're going up here. There we go. Really shaking it up in the VTuber space. Hi!
You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Where?
Those
Okay.
thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Chickens. Chickens.
This way.
Okay. Look, I can be scared of chickens too sometimes, but this one seems friendly, so we can probably just go. Where are we going? Ma'am? Nope. Nope. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Try it one more time. Oh, there is no way. Okay, cool. It is. Okay. I think I need to add a cooldown because I have the bow tie there for a while. And I think if you type it while the bow is still up, it resets the animation, but doesn't play it. You were actually scared of the chicken. Are you drunk? Camila. Camilla.
I wonder why
Camilla.
they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Okay, well that's fucking annoying. Why is it doing that? For the interest of the stream, I think I'm just going to keep going. I will fix bow time later. You might have to, like, type it twice to get it to work if you really, really need it to work. Because otherwise it's just going to be an experimenting stream as to why this fucking isn't working. Troubleshooting. Camilla, come with me. We'll get your dragon's claw back. Camilla. Camilla.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long.
He's your fucking brother. What do you owe him? Come on, let's go. Let's go on an adventure.
Mara bless you for a... Well, it's a winding road up the mountain. Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up. Good luck. Lucan and I will be
For those who are just joining us, this is the read every book in Skyrim run of Skyrim. Anniversary edition or special edition or whatever it is. It's not very special. Kind of sucks, actually. No, don't make me kill a dog. I don't want to kill a dog. I don't want to kill a wolf. This is not how they operate. This is dumb. I hate it. Leave me alone. Fuck you, dog. I'm leaving. Must be on a pretty bad delay. I don't know. It's weird. I think I actually did apply a cooldown because, yeah, it's like a 30-second animation total. And then... Did I lose the dog? Don't think I lost the dog. Dun, 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 dun. Those definitely aren't wolves. What are they? Oh, yeah. Well, like, that was too big to be a coyote. Like, faux show. I mean, here, let's go back. Actually, you know what? We'll run into them again, I guarantee it. Can I go and talk to these guys, or are they just going to be, like, instant aggro? Because I'd rather talk it out than fight it out. Instant aggro. Okay, got it. Good to know. Way too small to be wolves. Yeah. Like, also, wolves don't behave like that. Like, they don't stalk. Or they don't, like, ambush, like, solely ambush one person. Yeah, the two, like, laziest tropes of fantasy writing... No, you don't see me. Benito. Owned. Oh, dude, fucking owned. Yeah, like the movie The Gray is just, it's so bad. But yeah, the laziest tropes are wolves are bad guys. Goblins are bad guys. Like one race of creatures are bad, and the rest are varying. Like, man, Baldur's Gate is so guilty of this. I don't know if there's a single, like, quote unquote good goblin in that. I think they're all just straight up evil. And, like, the fact that, like, you're able to, like... You know, they have these, like, kids who are being, like, taught to bully and, like, kill and maim and murder. So, like, you're completely justified. Did you miss? Girl, what is happening? Dragons are bad guys. Also, dragons are good guys. Yep. Can I have my arrows back, please? Please? Please give arrows back? Are those just gone? I guess they're just gone. What difficulty am I on? We'll bump it up to apprentice. Save on rest, save on wait, save on travel. Survival mode, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I read a book called By Force Alone, which is basically a retelling of King Arthur, but, like, kind of from the perspective that what I'll say is accurate perspective of all kings are gangsters. They're just organized and legitimized gangsters. So like what I mean by that is that all royalty got their power through intimidation, violence, and other underhanded means. And then once they were in that position of power, they did their best to legitimize it in the eyes of the people that matter. And it's no different with Arthur. Like, King Arthur is not a good king. There's no such thing. I don't think there's ever been a good king before. I didn't want survival mode. No. We're here to read books, not survive. Nope. No, I'm hidden. I'm sneaking. I'm snuck. That is not how you swing a warhammer, my guy. Trying to think of some other tropes that I don't like. I tried to find a Skyrim gun mod and could not. Apparently, it's just the system is just too not built for that. So unfortunately, no shotgun mods. Because I was just gonna like blast my way through everything and just keep reading books. Skyrim is one of those games that I get annoyed with how the difficulty settings alter the game. Hate difficulty mechanics that literally just make the game tedious. Yeah. Finally home. To answer your question, from 40 minutes or so ago, I had more traditional Thanksgiving. Sit down with a family, eat a big dinner. Yeah, to be honest, I tried to get some mods for this game to make it like... Man, it sounds really insulting to say it like this, but I don't want survival mode. I've turned this off. What do you mean I'm hungry? Or cold? Like, absolutely worst comes to worst. Worst comes to worse. I'll just go find, like, I'll just pirate. It's off, lady. Also, running should increase warmth. Using your stamina to burn calories increases the warmth. Nah, fuck it, whatever. A skeever. Make the enemy AI smarter, adjust hitboxes so I have to aim better. Don't just make the human brain capable of continuing on despite... Yeah. Honestly, I really... I can't... What? How did I miss? You know what? Actually, let me, before I actually make this fucking almost arrogant ass statement, give me a second. Let me look this up. When did Skyrim come out? (2011). Games released. All right. So games released in 2011 are Portal 2, which is a masterpiece, Skyrim, LA Noire, Batman Arkham City, Dead Space 2, Uncharted, Little Big Planet 2, Battlefield 3, Infamous, Dark Souls, Modern Warfare 3. I do not remember these games coming out at the same time, but whatever. Saints Row the Third. The Ocarina of Time. What are you talking about? Oh, 3D. Crisis 2. Rayman Origins. Bastion came out at the same time as Skyrim? Really? Yeah, I don't know what was out at the time of this, but there's a lot of this that just seems kind of lazy. And maybe it's because, like, I've played games like Cyberpunk and Red Dead Redemption. But, like, the laziness that I'm talking about isn't in, like, the restrictions on what could be programmed at the time. The laziness is in, like, the details. Mostly it's in the engine and how the engine was used. But it's just like, I just see little things now everywhere. Probably for the 3DS. Which was dumb. The 3D, like the 3D aspect of the 3DS was dumb, but also like, I miss that type of like hardware design. I miss flip folding things. Better be some books in here. Do you read? Can you read? Miss Bandit? Iron Arrow. Studded armor, blah, blah, blah. And how did you die, Sir Bandit? Do you have any books on you? Gold, steel war axe. Yeah, I might be full of shit. I don't know. It's just, I've just so come to loathe Obsidian's design, like their game design, the lack of like a new engine, like everything that they've released. That's just been such a disappointment. By the way, if y'all see a book and I missed it, please let me know. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream loudly and longly. All right, I'm gonna try and quit the game. Yeah, you know what? Let's just quit the desktop. Why not? Yeah, especially on phones. The Razor, for me, was peak flip phone design. It was thin. It was durable. It worked. It was quality. My dad was right. And it's one of the few things that I will admit that the boomers were right on something, which is the BlackBerry was actually peak design. And we should have stuck with that. Meow. All right, well, I guess we're just going to be tired and whatever. Yeah, I agree. I like the flip out ones. And the but yeah, like the BlackBerry had a flip out keyboard that was really nice. Well, yeah, that was the big thing, was that there's a scene in The Departed where one of the guy, or I think, can't remember the name of the character, is typing in his pocket, like, stealthily, which I did in school. Like, I did that in school to text my friends because the teacher wouldn't notice that I was like typing under the desk and not looking. But I could type without looking. I can't do that with a smartphone with like a touchscreen. Torch. I'm going to kill the rest of your friends now, whoever they may be. Snake, whale. Snake. Snake, whale. I did that! Buck, give me bucks. Yeah, I think maybe the better thing to do is to uninstall this game, ask for a refund, and then find all the books online in text form, play the Skyrim music, or better yet, the Oblivion music, and then just read it that way. I can't even type while looking on my phone. Doesn't help that I can also barely read it. My first phone was the big chunky Ericsson, but after I had a pager. Nice. First one was a slide phone. You turned it and then it slid the keyboard out. Nice. Yeah, those are awesome. I like those. Book! Alright, this is Thief. Thief by Revan. Nope, never mind. I'm just going to put this in my backpack. We're not going to read it. Fuck you. Shit. Oh, BDG had good things to say about this book. Yes! Okay, so, Brian David Gilbert and Gigi Murin are the reasons that I'm doing this. I actually got Skyrim Special Edition for free. It appeared in my Steam library one day because I already owned Skyrim on the PC. I did too, and I didn't get a free copy. What the fuck? I've been robbed! Robbed!
If the reader has not yet had the pleasure of reading the first volume in the series of Life of Eslaf Errol Beggar, he should close this book immediately, for I shan't recap.
Hold on. If that is actually a book that we need, then give me a second. Let me see. Shout out to Hive Mind Disruptor on Reddit for listing every book alphabetically. Holy fucking shit. Okay, so it's Eslaf Errol Beggar. Shit. All right, so I was going to read all of these out of order, or in order. But I kind of want to read this one out of order. It's fine. I bought a physical disc that came with a Steam code. Maybe that made a difference. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna read this one, and then we'll find. We need to find Beggar, and I guess Beggar Prince. Okay. It's very common. You'll find it quickly. All right.
I will tell you this much, gentle reader. When we last saw Eslaf, he was a boy, an orphan, a failed beggar running through the wild winter woods of Skyrim, away from his home of Erolgard. He continued running, stopping here and there for many more years, until he was a young man. Eslaf discovered that among the ways of getting food, asking for it was the most troublesome. Far easier was finding it in the wilderness or taking it from unguarded market stalls. The only thing worse than begging to get food was begging for the opportunity to work for the money to buy it. That seemed needlessly complicated. No.
Hold on. The kid's name is false backwards.
No. As far as Elslaf was concerned, he was the best off, being a scavenger, a beggar, and a thief. He committed his first act of thievery shortly after leaving Erogar, while in the southern woods of the Tamburkar in the rugged land near Mount Jensen, just east of the village of Horbeld.
I was starting to think I needed to open up your YouTube stream because you were reading chat messages. I couldn't see everyone else's message just suddenly appeared. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. I don't have any viewers on YouTube. Are you kidding me? I need to do some YouTube shorts first before I actually start getting viewers on YouTube, because YouTube does no discoverability. Plus, my Twitch account already had 100 followers when I started doing VTuber thing. Also, I should get some glasses for the pasta VTuber while we're doing this.
Eslaf was starving, and having not eaten anything but a rather scrawny, raw squirrel in 4 days, and he smelled meat cooking, and then found the smoke. A band of minstrel bards was making camp. He watched them from the bushes as they cooked and joked and flirted and sang. He could have asked them for some food, but so many others had refused him before. Instead, he rushed out, grabbed a piece of meat from the fire, and wincing from the burns, scrambled up the nearest tree to devour it, while a bard stood under him and laughed.
Well, what's your next move, thief?
Giggled a fair, red-headed woman who was covered with tattoos.
How do you intend to disappear without us catching you and punishing you?
As the hunger subsided, Eslaf realized she was right. The only way to get out of the tree without falling in their midst was to take the branch down to where it hung over a creek. It was a drop off a cliff of about 50 feet that seemed like the wisest strategy, so Eslaf began crawling in that direction.
You want me to repeat the clip from yesterday's stream from your side so you've got a couple... Yeah. By the way, the one where I jump out and press the button. God, that was perfect. It was perfect. Oh shit, hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, sorry, I left a pot of boiling water on because I need to humidify my house, and it almost boiled all the way to the bottom and burned. So thankfully, there was still water left. Okay, so,
You don't know how to fall, boy, called out a young Khajiit, but a few years older than Eslaf, thin but muscular, graceful in his slightest movements.
if you don't, you should just climb down here, take what's coming to you. It's any order to break your neck. Would we just give you some bruises and send you on your way? Of course I know how to fall.
Eslaf called back, but he didn't. He just thought the trick of falling was to have nothing underneath you and to let nature take its course. But 50 feet up, when you're looking down, is enough to give anyone pause.
I forgot what accent I was doing for the Khajiit. I'm sorry to doubt your abilities, Master Thief, said the Khajiit, grinning. Obviously you know how to fall feet first with your body straight, but loose to avoid cracking like an egg. It seems like you are destined to escape us.
Eslaf wisely followed the Khajiit's hints and leapt into the river, falling without much grace, but without hurting himself. In the years that followed, he had to make several more drops from even greater heights, usually after a theft, sometimes without water beneath him, and he improved the basic technique. When he arrived in the western town...
By the way, that was really nice of the Khajiit to be like, hey, dude, you're... bye, Audible. Hey, dude, you're gonna fucking die if you do this, so, like, here's how you do it.
When he arrived in the western town of Jallenheim, on the morning of his 21st birthday, it didn't take him long to find out who was the richest person, most deserving of being burgled. An impregnable palace in a park near the center of town was owned by a mysterious young man named Suibud. Eslaf wasted no time in finding the palace and watching it. A fortified palace had come to learn that he had come to learn was like a person, with quirks and habits beneath its hard shell. It was not an old place. Evidently, whatever money this Suibard had come into was fairly recent. It was regularly patrolled by guards, implying that the rich man was fearful of being burgled. With good reason. The most distinctive feature of the palace was its tower, rising 100 feet above the stone walls, doubtless giving the occupant a good defensive view. Eslaf guessed that it was Suibard, who was paranoid as he guessed him to be. The tower would provide a view of the palace storehouse. The rich man would want to keep an eye on his fortune. That meant that the loot couldn't be directly beneath the tower, but somewhere in the courtyard within the walls. The light in the tower shone all night, so Eslaf boldly decided that the best time to burgle was by the light of the day, when Suibud must sleep. That would be the time the guards would least expect a thief to pounce. And so, when the noon sun was shining over the palace, Eslaf quickly scaled the wall near the front gate and waited, hidden in the crenellations. The interior of the courtyard was plain and desolate, with few places to hide, but he saw that there were 2 wells. One the guards used from time to time to draw up water and slake their thirst, but Eslaf noticed that the guards would pass by the other well, never using it. He waited till the guards were distracted, just for a second, by the arrival of a merchant in a wagon bearing goods for the palace. While they were searching his wagon, Eslaf leapt elegantly, feet first, from the wall into the well. It was not a particularly soft landing, for, as Eslaf had guessed, the well was not full of water, but gold. Still, he knew how to roll after a fall, and he didn't hurt himself. In the dank subterranean storehouse, he stuffed his pockets with gold, and was about to go to the door which he assumed would lead to the tower, when he noticed a gem the size of an apple, worth more than all the gold that was left. Eslaf found room for it down his pants. The door did indeed lead to the tower, and Eslaf followed the curved stairwell up, walking quietly but quickly. At the top he found the master of the palace's private quarters, ornate and cold, with invaluable artwork and decorative swords and shields on the wall. Eslaf assumed the snoring lump under the sheets was Suibud, but he didn't investigate too closely, for he crept to the windows and looked out. It was going to be a difficult fall. For Certes. For Certes? For Certs? Kert? What is that? What? Certes? It was going to be a difficult fall for Certes. He needed to jump from the tower, past the walls, and hit the tree on the other side. The tree branches would hurt, but they would break his fall, and there was a pile of hay he had left under the tree to prevent a further injury. Eslaf was about to leap when the occupant of the room woke up with a start, yelling, "My jam!" Eslaf stared at him for a second. Wide-eyed, they looked alike. Not surprising, since they were brothers. Eslaf Errol's story is continued in the book Warrior. All right, so we need to find Warrior. Okay, so we need to do, it's Beggar Prince. It's Beggar, I assume it's Beggar Prince,
I don't know. We'll have to find all 3 of these anyways. Fuck it. Big Prince and Warrior. So, this character's name is False Lore. Huh. Fuck you, you rat. Die, you delicious crumpets of rat. Do I hear the creaking bones of a Draugr? Dragar? Drog? Drow? I used to call them Drow, but apparently they're called Draga? Or Draugr? I don't know. Scroll of Fireball. Won't be reading that for a while. Yep, it's me, bud. It's your best friend. That guy. Gold. Eat your dinner, spider bastard! Have your fill, for it shall be your... Oh, shit. Last! Do you have any books, Mr. Spider? Miss Spider? Spider? Do the urns have any books? No, but they have gold. Gold. Put that flea in a box. Put that box in another box. And I'll mail it to myself, and when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer! Man, I used to be able to do a really good Eartha Kitt, but now... I just gotta practice.
Help me! Help! Help me! Help!
You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Sweet breath of Arcade, thank you. It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Probably should have done a mage build. I guess there's still time.
What was that?
And I died. Honestly, that's pretty good timing because I'm starving. So I guess like straight up I might eat and then come back online. I don't know. I got time, so but I am quite hungry. So I'm gonna go do that. But thank you for joining me on Skyread. Yep. I love you all. Mwah! Mwah!